looks like we just scored our first colonial token ever. This is an amazing shape. Bank of Upper Canada, I think. Half penny. Whoa. Look at that beast. I never expected to find this here. There must have been an old house here at one time. Kind of suspected it, but never thought. But I guess that's the case. Awesome find. My first ever colonial token. See you on the next. Hey everyone, I'm back at the Dragon Slayer site, and been digging, getting lots of signals down deep that square nail layer, and just the latest hole I dug, more square nails, but came up with a bit of pottery as well. Let's go take a look. And that's the stuff that's down in the layer with the square nails. Different old stuff. This was definitely an old farm. It's a rest stop now. I actually have a photo of this rest stop of an old hand pump well. The photograph is from 1949, and the well was somewhere right about there, to the left of that, to the right of that picnic table. So right in that area there's a lot of square nails. But since it is a rest stop from 1950, I have found silver here, so it's sort of a double whammy site. So we'll see what comes up next. Well, we got a good 20 signal in the hole. Only 3 bars deep on the Equinox 800, so I'm not expecting anything too old. Most stuff is usually 4 bars and below. So let's just take a look and see anyway. See what we got. Well, it is old. Not too bad. That was a surprise. So we got a George VI. First today. 1943. Awesome stuff. Well, here's another one I couldn't find because it was in the dirt on my digger here. Another George VI, 1941. Sweet. Well, we got something in the hole here. Looks like it's in newer fill, so don't think it's extremely old. It's not too far from this extremely large oak tree. It's about 5 feet across. So let's go see what we got here. It's a middle-aged Elizabeth, so probably from the 70s or late 60s. We'll see on the next. Got something interesting here. I have no idea what it is. Looks like it's got some straight sides to it. I think I know what it is. That's it's a key. Let's see. Well, I can sure tell this place has been pounded quite a bit. Don't find too many newer pennies, but we keep finding George VI though. That's the fourth one now. And that is 1945. See you on the next. Well, the Georgies keep on coming. The George VI, that is. Last time I did find one George V here, but we got another George VI. $1942. I didn't film it, but on that last hole I dug some copper strapping. It's good for the scrap. Probably make more money in scrap than coins today. See you on the next. Well, I got something really strange in the hole. I don't know what it is. It has sort of a silvery coating on it, which sort of rubbed off now. And I'm wondering if that might be a pocket watch. I can definitely see the copper of it. So I'm going to try and carefully get it out of there and see what it is. Well, I think I see what it is. There's the winder on top of the watch. That's definitely what it is. It's definitely a pocket watch. Let's see how old this thing is. This is where I found the Dragon Slayer token 1854, so I'm excited. And here it is, lifted from the ground. I'm not sure if it's silver plated or not. Might not be overly old, but it's definitely seen better days. At least the glass is all there. It's smashed to bits, but pretty interesting. I don't know what age that would be, but have to see if we can get a name off of it. Excellent. See you on the next. Well, I had a big giant signal here. I pulled this doohickey out of the ground after a bunch of fence wire. I have no idea what it is. Looks kind of old, a bit crudely made, and it's definitely it's brass. If anybody you guys can tell me what that might be, that would be great. Very strange. Now here's a very interesting find. It was going off all crazy in the 24, 22, 23. And it's, I don't know what kind of doohickey that is. It's got a little, I think it could have been some sort of survey instrument, but I'm pretty sure DHO stands for Department of Highways, Ontario. And then on this side we got, if you can focus it, it says Hughes Owens. And it's copper on the outside and it's like steel on the inside. If anybody knows what this is, leave it in the comments. That would be awesome. It's got to be a bit old. I don't think it's been called DHO for a very long time. See you on the next. Well, the sun is definitely going down, and I have not had silver today, so I thought I would run down this line of trees, because that's where I found most of the silver last time. And I think we got silver. Let's see. It's definitely looks like silver. Oh, we got George silver. 1940. It's pretty sweet. Let's see what else we can pull out of here. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up with this one. We just pulled it out and it is definitely silver. Dime. I don't know what it is yet. See carefully. Oh, it's like a... Ooh. I think we got another George. Sweet. Little George silver. See what this puppy is. 1949. Nice. That's 2 silvers today. Awesome stuff. I got something else that's quite interesting. I picked up on the last hole, but I didn't film. Found a broken bottom of a bottle. But what's unique about this one is this is very old. If you look at the pontile scar, that's roughly 1860s and earlier. So this is definitely a very old site. Well, I think that's going to be it for tonight. I'll do a wrap-up video and we'll see you later. Alright everyone, here's a wrap-up of today's hunt at the highway rest stop slash old farm site, Dragon Slayer token site. So what I really like about this site is very interesting, very challenging with the equinox. You got a lot of these square nails which are down fairly deep, so you get a lot of these signals that give you false coin signals, especially when you get a few of them crossed. They give you those high 30s or mid 30s sounds, and you just have to dig them because you never know. So we'll start off today on the wrap up with the square nails. As you can see, some of them are pretty decent shape actually. The native soil under the site is like gravel and sand, so stuff tends to come out pretty well here. We dug a lot of square nails. There's a lot of those. That Dragon Slayer token actually sounded a lot like the square nail tones I was getting, so it was sometimes you just have to take a shot in the dark and go for it. So next up we'll take a look at the coins. There's a piece that's that copper strapping scrap, which will go in the scrap pile. So let's look at what we got for coins. We got 15, 80s, 70s, 80s, Canadian pennies, modern, 3 memorials, clad American dime, and we pulled out 9 George VI pennies today. 41, 42, oh, that should be 3 42s. 43, 45s, 50 and 51. Quite a few of these. I think people have detected this site before and couldn't quite get that deep before. So then we got 2 young Elizabeths, which is really strange. We got 9 George VI, yet only 2 young Elizabeths, and this site for for the rest stop anyway, dates from 1950. And now to the silver. I think we spent about 4.5 hours hunting before we found any silver here. The total hunt time was about 6 hours. Actually, I challenge anybody out there who's doing metal detecting videos to talk about how much time it takes to do your videos, on top of the showing how much trash we actually find, for the new people to show just how much work it really is to find stuff. So here we go. We have 1940 and 1949, both George VI. Pretty sweet finds. I don't think I've found two George VI in the same hunt before, so that was a pretty sweet deal. Now to the relics. These are quite interesting. This first thing, no idea what it is. It looks like it's made of brass and maybe had some sort of machinery that spun or did something on that end. Looks very crudely made, which is why I'm thinking it might be from the old farm there, because this thing looks like it was made in the 1800s. It's pretty crude. Strange grain to the metal. I have no idea why, but. And then we got, this was an interesting find. It's a very old bottle bottom, but it has a Pontiel scar on it. And generally those bottles date from about 1860 and before, so that was a cool find there. And somebody lost a couple of keys over the years. This thing, I think I figured out what it is. I think it's a survey. It came off of a survey instrument, probably from maybe when they created that rest stop back in 1950. As you can see here, it's still got the level bubble and still works. It says DHO, which was Department of Highways. I don't think it's been Department of Highways since the 1960s, so definitely old. Looks like, yeah, I think it was definitely attached to something, but yeah, pretty cool find there. It's got like a copper jacket with probably stainless steel on the inside. And here was some of that old pottery that I found today. Definitely pretty old. And this was a pretty cool find. Not sure how old it is. Probably dates from the rest stop era. All the glass fell out of it. What I think has happened is I think it fell off and a car probably ran over it, because the glass was shattered, as you saw earlier in the video. But I couldn't get a maker name on it or anything. It's probably on the face, which definitely can't see. It's way too corroded. But looks like the time ran out on this watch around 5:30 or 25 after 5. And lastly, to the trash. A few pop cans, lots of rusty metal. I hate these aluminum caps from the old glass bottles. They always come up with a really good signal and always dig them. Trash. A few bits of rusty wire. I think there was an old fence line along those trees. And again, some other doohickeys and stuff. Some of the cans are okay. I get 10 cents for those beer cans, so Not too bad, but overall, pretty decent hunt. 2 silver and some old George VI pennies. Not a bad day.